GM tips for running one-shots. So when you're running a one-shot, obviously this is an encapsulated story. You got a very small amount of time compared to running most other TTRPG stories. The biggest thing you want to do is have a minimal amount of time of setup. So you can talk to the players before the game starts about the gist of the story. You can have like a really good introduction that kind of paints the picture of everything going on, giving everyone the information they need. And you could even listen to player input and like some of the stuff that they'd be interested in doing in this one shot with their character. The second thing you want to do is the players are probably going to split up because their characters aren't that linked together as a team, right? Even if they say they're all good friends or something, they're probably going to end up splitting up. So you want to hop between players fairly quickly. Typically, I try to take like the 5 to 10 minute rule of like, hopping to the next player and hopping to the next one, especially if you have a larger group. You want to make that, a little bit less time because you only have so much time for a one shot, and try not to have too many opportunities where everybody just splits up and goes their own way. The second thing is, once you start hitting about the halfway time that you expect to have like your one shot going, you really need to crank it up to 11 for whatever's going on. Is it somebody stealing the jewels from a place that you're supposed to be guarding? Is it somebody that's trying to hunt you, typically like a monster of the week situation? Or is it even just that you're investigating a crime going on? Maybe the person is getting away, they're getting out of town, and now you have to hit the real heat of it. So once you hit that halfway point, the heat is on, people are starting to go, everybody's using their special abilities, and you have to really just start putting everything into overdrive. Now, I'm not saying you have to go over the top and everybody's going to need to drive that car from Fast and the Furious and make sure that they're all family. I'm saying that just make sure that you have story beats that you're going to hit. They're going to be pretty intense and very, very motivating. Like if they are chasing after this criminal, then be like, oh, there's a train coming and they're going to go get that train. So they are all rushing to get to the train because one, they can't really stop it unless it causes like a catastrophe, right? Derailing the train. And two, they know this baddie already knows where the train is, so they're already on their way. It's not like they can trick them or anything. So everybody is racing to that train. See what I mean? You have to kind of have those high tension moments for people to just bolt towards something, go do something, or run away from something. And then when you're hitting about the 3/4 way through the one shot, it's time for the big battle, the big finale, something like that. It's going to take some time. You're playing a dice game. There's going to be a lot of rolling, a lot of him-hawing. So have that show up about 3/4 in because you're guaranteeing yourself enough time that if you have to go a little bit longer or anything, you're going to be able to wrap up. It's not going to be that big of a deal. So remember that. Try to do an introduction that's going to give everyone the information they need. Talk to the players beforehand about the gist of the story or what they're looking for. At the halfway point, you got to turn it up to 11, like the big thing's happening. Everybody needs to get moving. And of course, at the 3/4 mark, you want to have the big sort of finale moment so that you're buying yourself enough time to be able to cleanly wrap it up in the time that you've allocated yourself. Hope that helps. There's some GM tips for running a one-shot.